Hey y'all, this is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions using products from the brand Lottie London. It is a brand I've never used before. I'm really excited to try it out. But before we get to that, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Also make sure to give this a thumbs up if you like these full face of first impressions. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So, Lottie London, from what I understand, is a UK brand. They do have their own website. Everything is in pounds though. I'm not sure if it would be really expensive to ship to the US directly from their website. But Ulta does have a lot of their products on their website. However, they are an online only brand, so you can't go into any Ulta stores and pick up anything from Lottie London. But you can go online and pick up quite a few of their products. They basically have everything that you would need to create a full face. I didn't get everything or every type of product. I wanted to keep it below a certain price range, but they've got liquid lipsticks, eyeliner pencils, blush, bronzer. They've got brushes, foundation, eyeshadows, concealers. So I did get about 8 products, and for these 8 products, I spent about $52, so this could almost be one of my $50 makeup challenge videos. I went $2 over. So yeah, Lottie London would definitely be considered one of the more drugstore affordable brands at Ulta. I've never tried anything, I don't think, from Lottie London, so I'm really excited to get started. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys up close a little bit, and we're gonna get started on the eyes. Alright, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is prime my eyelids. Y'all know I usually do that with a concealer, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the concealer I got for under my eyes. This is the Got It Covered Sponge Applicator Concealer. I got the shade Buff. It is enriched with vitamin E, and it comes with 0.28 fluid ounces, and this is $5.49. Oh my stars, I did not bring a mirror. So it does come with a little sponge tip applicator. It doesn't seem like it comes with a lot of product. Like, this is all empty. And with me, a lot of times I might not like a concealer for under my eyes, but I end up really liking it for priming my eyelids, so we'll see. So far so good for the lids. Alright, so for my eyeshadow today, I did decide to get one of their 9-piece eyeshadow palettes. This is the Rusts palette. This one did come with 3 options. You could get the rose golds, which I kind of went back and forth between the Rusts and the rose golds. So you can get the rose golds, you can get the Rusts, which is what I got, or you can get the mauves. This is a new product from Lottie London, and it is $7.95. So I'm gonna go ahead into this shade right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and set that concealer. So because we are testing out, this is how my morning has been. No, I should say this is how like my last 5 years of life have been. Alright, so since we have a lot of products to test out, I'm going to keep it pretty simple with the eyeshadow look. I just kind of want to see the kind of quality of these shadows. So first, I guess I'll go ahead and tell you kind of the finishes of these. So we've got we've got 5 that are mattes, which is actually really nice, especially when you only have 9 shades. And then this one down here seems to be almost more like a glitter. And then we've got 3 shimmer shades. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go into this shade right here, and I'm going to put that through my crease. Ooh, not bad. I like this shade too. I love the kind of orangey brown shades. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go into this top middle shade right here. Oh, I just noticed that they have shade names. So the one that I set my concealer with is the shade Bare. This is the shade Raw. And then this shade that I'm going into right now is the shade Heat. So it does have a little picture on the back. Yeah, I like these matte shades so far. Okay, a little bit of an issue in the crease with this shade. See, there's kind of a line there where it's not really blending. Yeah, it's a little bit patchy through the crease, this shade is. Having a little bit of a hard time blending it out right there. So not too bad. I had a little bit of a hard time blending kind of in the crease with that shade. It was getting a little patchy around there, but I actually think I got it blended fine. I feel like I'm off to the side. So I think I'm trying to decide which shimmer shade I want to use. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one right here. This is the shade Luxe. And I'm going to just grab that with my finger and put that all over the lid. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty though. That's very pretty. So I also got one of these eye foil metallic eyeshadow toppers. This is in the shade Faded. This is $5.95. I really like how my eyeshadow looks right now, but I'll go ahead and put a little bit of this on it. So I'm just gonna grab some of that. I'm gonna put it on my hand, and then I'm gonna grab some of it with my finger. Nothing has happened. I think it's because it's basically the same color as that other shade that I just put on. I'm just gonna pat more of that shimmer shade from the eyeshadow palette on there, and we'll just leave it at that. I might try to use it a little bit later, maybe for my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go into the next product that I have to try out. So this is the Lottie London Curl Boss, hashtag Curl Boss Ultra Curling Mascara. This is $7.95. This is a new product from Lottie London. It looks like this. Ooh, this is weird. I'm not sure which side to use. Okay, not bad. This is a little awkward though, I think, because of the way that it's shaped. It's hard to find like a comfortable position and find where you're supposed to actually brush through your lashes because it's kind of flat on one side. I don't mind the effect it's giving my eyes, but I usually don't have to apply that much for it to give this effect. So I'm actually not a huge fan of this mascara. I'm a little upset about that. Okay, so I actually do like that mascara. It just required a little bit more time than some of my other favorites. Alright, so we are done with the eyes for now, so I'm going to scoot you guys back and we're going to get started with some of the face products. So I did decide to get one of their foundations. I do actually really like stick foundations, but their stick foundation doesn't have very good reviews. So I decided to go with their Selfie Ready Matte Foundation. This is a water-based foundation enriched with vitamin C, and I got the shade Golden. So one of the things that's not great is they only have 6 shades. So they have Golden, this is their lightest shade. They have Soft Sand, Pale Toffee, Amber Honey, Rich Toffee, and then Truffle. So that's not great. They don't have a very good shade range. This does come with 0.98 fluid ounces, which is a little bit less than normal, and it is $7.99. You can definitely tell it's a water-based foundation. I'm a little worried because this is a matte foundation, so actually I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of my moisturizer first. This is the Garnier Glow Boost Illuminating Moisturizer. I prefer a dewy look, but they only had matte foundations. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit out onto my hand. Hopefully this will be an okay shade match. Dot a little bit on the face. I'm not going to put a lot. You'll know I don't wear a lot of foundation. Blending out nicely. I'm going to put on just a tad bit more try to build this up a little bit. So I'm definitely gonna put more on my forehead and then a little bit more. So I am using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Alright, so far so good with that. I actually really like it. It's not too matte, and that might be because of the moisturizer I put on underneath. And I would say this is a good like light to medium coverage. If I had not used that glowy moisturizer underneath, maybe it would have been a little more matte, but I don't like very matte things. So this is actually perfect for me. I really like it. So far so good for me. Moving on to the concealer. So I did use this concealer to prime my eyelids. We're gonna use it under the eyes now. This is the Got It Covered Sponge Applicator Concealer. This is $5.49 and it comes in 6 shades. Alright, so that may have been a little too much, but that's okay. And I probably could have gone with a darker shade because I'm actually not super into highlighting under the eyes. I just like to conceal. So to set that, because it's a little bit lighter than what I like, I'm going to go ahead and use the RK by Kiss Matte Finish Powder Foundation to set that. This is in the shade Medium Beige. It's going to give me a little bit of a tint. Alright, so that'll have to do. So I actually kind of like that concealer. I think if I had it in the shade, one shade darker, it would be even better. I also next time would probably use a little bit less, especially if I'm using this kind of everyday basis. Alright, so the next product that I'm going to use, I'm actually pretty excited about it because I know a lot of brands kind of have a product like this. So this is the High Glow Jelly Hybrid Highlighter, and it is in the shade Ultra. So they do have this in 2 shades. This is the lightest shade, and then they also have Hyper, which is more of a bronzy, like coppery shade. So it looks like this, but yeah, it is definitely a very jelly consistency. That is it right there. I don't know if you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and highlight with this. I like that. Yeah, that's a really pretty kind of melts into the skin highlighter. Really pretty. I think I would go over it. I don't have it in here with me right now, but I think next time I use it, I would go over it with a damp beauty sponge to kind of melt it in even more into the skin. But yeah, I really like that. So since we are done concealing under the eyes, I'm going to go back into the eyeshadows. Just throw it on the ground. So I'm first going to go into that shade that we used in the crease right here, the shade Raw. And I'm going to run that along my lower lash line. So I'm going to try and use the foil eyeshadow topper kind of on my lower lash line and see how that works. I do frequently like to use shimmer shades on the lower lash line, so we're gonna go in and hope to not ruin my whole look. Okay, that's not really working, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a little bit of it on my hand and I'm going to go in with a brush. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty. So I want to kind of leave that really light on the bottom lashes, so I'm not going to put any bottom lash mascara on. I don't typically do that anyways, so it's not really out of the ordinary. So I did also put some brow gel on. This is my favorite, pretty much the only thing I use on my channel. The ColourPop Brow Boss Gel in the shade Blonde. So I've heard really good things about this bronzer. Excuse me. I think this is one of their like best-selling products. This is the Tan Time Powder Bronzer. It comes in 2 shades, light medium and medium dark. I got the shade light medium. It looks like this. It's got really cute stars embossed on it. So that is that. I really like that. So the next product and the last product that I got is a lip product. So I have been on a lip oil kick recently. So I decided to get their lip oil. It is the Glossed Supercharged Gloss Oil Tint. I said oil, real southern right then. So yeah, this is their Glossed Supercharged Gloss Oil. It comes in 6 different shades. I have the shade Drenched, which they describe as a nude. So this comes with 0.27 ounces. Like I said, it comes in 6 shades and it is $5.95. This is a new product from Lottie London. I actually don't like that. It comes out a lot more pink than I thought it would. This is a little more cool toned than it looked on the website. It kind of, on the lips, and this is definitely the shade Drenched, on the lips it kind of looks more like the iced pink shade that they have. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take this off and put on another lip shade, and then I'll come back and kind of tell you my thoughts on all these products. Alright, so to kind of stay in the realm of the lip oils, I did go ahead and put on the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil in Coconut. I've really been enjoying this. I absolutely love it. So to go over all of these products, so we started with the eyeshadow palette. This is in the Rusts. It is a 9-shade eyeshadow palette. Like I said before, it's got 5 matte shades, kind of a glitter shade, and then 3 shimmer shades. I actually really enjoyed this. So online it has only 1 review. They gave it 3 out of 5 stars that said it's not the best, but it's okay for beginners. I would agree with that, although I actually think this is great for anybody. I would probably give it 4 out of 5 stars. I did have a little bit of issues blending that one shade that I used to deepen the outer edges. Other than that, the matte shades were pretty pigmented. They were really pretty. I really like the shade Raw down here. I think that was my favorite shade that I used. I actually quite like this, so I definitely would recommend trying this out. This is a new product from Lottie London, so if you've tried maybe some of their other eyeshadows, didn't like them as much, I would definitely try this one out because I think it's definitely worth the $7.95. Then moving on to the mascara. So this is the hashtag Curl Boss Curling and Lifting Mascara. I at first was kind of iffy about it because I didn't really feel like it was doing much to my lashes, and the wand was a little awkward because it has like a flat side but all of the sides have bristles on it, so I was having a hard time figuring out how to hold it to really get the product through my lashes. But this is not a volume mascara. This is not one that will make your lashes voluminous. So I do think that it definitely curled my lashes, lifted my lashes a bit. I did spend a little more time than normal, but I still got a great effect and I like how my eyelashes look. So I would give this maybe, if we were doing my grading system, I would give the eyeshadow palette maybe an A-. I would give this probably a C+. It was $7.99, and I know of a couple of alternatives. Definitely pretty much every single Essence mascara I've ever tried, it's around like $4.99, and I love them. So I would definitely go for those before I would go for this Lottie London one. Alright, so the next product that we tried out was the Selfie Ready Matte Foundation. I have it in the shade Golden, so this is a medium coverage matte foundation. I did put some glowy moisturizer on underneath, so it did not dry completely matte for me, but this is how I prefer my foundation to look. I don't like a completely matte foundation. I think it actually looks great. I'm really liking how it's wearing right now. So I know I've said in a couple of my other videos that I'm not going to feature foundations on my channel until I've tried them for about a week. This is a little different because I was kind of doing a full face. That's more for if I have videos that are solely just reviewing a foundation. So I definitely will try this out for a little while longer, see if it breaks me out or anything like that. Speaking of complexion products that break you out, in my last video, I used the Lancome CC Mineral CC Cream. I used that for my tutorial, the dewy, glowy look. I loved the finish. I loved the coverage. I loved it. And it's SPF 50, so I'm like, awesome. And I had used it, that was the second time I had used it in that video. I don't know if you can see it, I have this breakout right here. We're kind of in the recovery period right now. It got pretty big, which I know some of y'all are like, that's not a big deal, you know, you break out, whatever. I don't break out very often, so when I do, it's usually because of a product that I'm using. But that's the only new thing that I had been using, and it was, I think it popped up maybe a day or two after I filmed that video. I'm very disappointed. I will definitely try wearing it again, but that's why I haven't come out with a review of it yet, because I haven't worn it since the day that I did that video, because I was scared that it was that was making me break out. I didn't want to make it any worse. I will definitely try it out a few more times to see if that was absolutely the reason why I was breaking out, but that is an update on that. The foundation, as of right now, I would give this an A-, just because this is the first time I'm using it. I actually really like how it looks. If it continues to perform the way that it is right now, I would bring that up to an A+. So then the next product that we tried out, I used this to prime my eyelids as well as to conceal under my eyes. This is the Got It Covered Sponge Applicator Concealer. I got it in the shade Buff. This comes in 6 different shades. It is enriched with vitamin E, and it comes with 0.28 ounces. I actually quite enjoyed this as well. I'm usually really picky with my concealer because I don't typically like a full coverage concealer because I do have freckles right under my eyes that I do not want to conceal. I don't want to blur them too much because I typically don't wear a lot of foundation or full coverage foundation everywhere else on my face. So I think it looks kind of weird when I have concealed or blurred freckles under my eyes but not anywhere else. I definitely think that this was a shade too light. I think that if you're my skin tone and like to highlight with your concealer, this would probably be a good shade for you. I don't like to do that with my concealer. I just like it to be the same shade as my foundation, as my skin tone. So I think that it would have been perfect if I had gone maybe a shade deeper and if I had not used as much. So with this, it seems like you really only need like maybe a dot, maybe 2 dots right under your eyes, and that's it. I definitely did not need to put like a whole strip right under my eyes. I think I would give this an A- as well. So next we tried out the High Glow Jelly Hybrid Highlighter. This is in the shade Ultra. They do have this in 2 shades. This one's the lightest. This is, like I said, a jelly highlighter. I really liked this. Now, I think next time, as I said before when I was trying it out, I think next time I will tap this in with a damp beauty sponge. That would help it melt into the skin even more. It provides a nice natural looking glow to the skin. I really like it. I'm a big fan of liquid and cream highlighters though. I would give this an A- as well. And then for the iFoil Metallic Eyeshadow Topper, I don't really have an opinion of this right now. It looks really nice. I put it on the lower lash line. I'll have to try it out again, kind of all over the lid maybe. I will have to try this out again. I don't really have too much of an opinion on this. I'm not going to give it a letter grade yet. And then for the Tan Time Bronzer, I really like this. I think it's a really nice shade. This is in the shade Light Medium. It got good reviews. I've heard people here on YouTube talk about this before, and I'm not disappointed. I really like this, and I would definitely give this, I think I would give this an A+. And then the last product that I tried out was the Glossed Supercharged Gloss Oil Tint. This was the one I was most excited about because I am so into lip oils right now, but I actually was not happy with this at all, mostly just because of the shade. So the shade to me didn't really match what was on the website. It also seemed, it didn't glide as much as I would expect a lip oil to glide. Almost a little more sticky than a normal lip oil. I would say this probably gets about a C. Yeah, this probably gets a C for me, C-. So yeah, I think this is a really good full face of first impressions. I was impressed. I think I'll definitely try out some of the other products from Lottie London. I was very happy with most of these, and they're pretty affordable. So I think that's really great when you can find affordable products that are actually pretty good quality. Alright y'all, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.